The Port Harcourt Refining Company, PHRC Limited, in River State has officially commenced crude oil processing, they say. Femi, the Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, made the announcement. He said, and I quote, "It is a monumental achievement for Nigeria as the Port Harcourt Refinery officially commences crude oil processing."
The announcement follows an inspection tour on Friday by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Heineken Lokpobiri, and his team to assess the progress of rehabilitation work at the Port Harcourt Refinery. If you would recall, upon assuming office in August 2023, Senator Lokpobiri initially projected that production will begin in September, though this was later shifted to December. Now, in March of the following year, NNPCL Group Managing Director Mele Kyari announced that operations would start in April. Now, joining us is the National PRO Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association, Dr. Joseph Obele. Good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. I think it's safe to first of all confirm for those who are still unsure of what exactly is going on here with regards to the Port Harcourt Refinery producing petrol. Do you have confirmation that yes, the refinery is fully producing right now? Or is there, any doubts whatsoever? Because if you remember, or if you are aware, yesterday there was another news update, from some other platform stating that the Port Harcourt Refinery wasn't producing. That what they were doing was blending exactly, and for selling that to marketers. So can you confirm for us what the exact situation is?
Okay, I want to start by saying congratulations to the management of NNPC and the National Head Office of Petroleum. We want to use this office also to commend Mr. President. If NNPC are really committed, the funding can really be an issue, but Mr. President made the funding possible, and hence we've seen the light of yesterday. Now, the key question, yesterday over 200 journalists were there, both print media, social media, and the rest were all there. The two key questions I asked the CEO of NNPC yesterday was the fact that, is the plant really producing? Then number two, is it really a one-off something, or is we're going to see it running? Those were the two questions. And the GND and all the stakeholders that were there were taken to all the plants, and we saw the plant is up and running. And as a national PRO of Petroleum, by Prozi, I'm also an indigene of the host community, at least of this facility. So we have our friends, our brothers working in this plant. We have our friends as engineers, technicians in this plant. And again, as part of my oversight function, I have a direct access to the facility where we go to see things firsthand by ourselves. So I want to state categorically that the plant is running as we speak. But is it running at optimal capacity? That is not really true, a reality. The GND mentioned yesterday, and the technical team mentioned that it is running at about 70% capacity. And in this case, we are talking about the old refinery, the premium refinery, the first refinery in Nigeria that won't service the entire Africa, with the capacity of, the first capacity was 50,000 barrels, and it was later upgraded to 55 and 60. So the 60,000 barrels capacity right now as we speak is operating at about 70% capacity. And they mentioned that in the next few months, it will be operating at optimal capacity, which is 100% capacity. And another issue following the insinuation is the question if this refinery that has commenced yesterday will reflect in price reduction, one, and the issue of termination or abolishment of importation from the international market. These are questions journalists were asking yesterday. And I want to say, the capacity of this refinery as it concerns the output on daily basis cannot really be an instance where Nigerians can hit to a chest to say never again to importation from the international market. So I think we see a bit of importation from the international market. But one of the biggest benefits is that the pressure on dollars as it concerns exchange of naira to dollar will reduce to the barest minimum, arising from the fact that a chunk of local consumption will be manufactured within Nigeria and will have access to it.
So you're confirming that the refinery you're confirming that the refinery is currently producing PMS for Nigerian
The
consumption?
refinery is producing. Yes, it's true. Forget about all the rumors and insinuations out there. It's producing. We were in the plant yesterday. We are in the plant yesterday. Now, Obele, the National Bureau of Ipman, I'm somebody that states fast exactly as it is. I don't pen figures. When they did this December 2023, when the light of that flare, I describe it as Ojoro flare. Go on my social media handles to see. The one that described what they did a year ago as Ojoro is the one saying this is a reality. And I must put to you, is this a reality? And we commend the GMD, the GCEO of NNPC, Malekari. He did very well. It is commendable.
How many liters can you say that it's producing daily of PMS?
It's insignificant. The quantity that will be coming out is not sufficient enough for us to say we are good to go. But when the biggest refinery in the Eleme, they are the second one, which is the 200,000 barrels capacity, join this of 60,000, then we can say we are good to go. But at the moment, we'll still be relying on the Dangote refinery to augment whatever will be coming out and a bit of importation. But the good news is, as at yesterday, competition has started trickling into the market, which is the basic indicator for price reduction. Until you see competition, there's no hope for price reduction because monopoly makes it exploitative. So at the moment, we have the price war have started about 2 days ago. As at yesterday, the traffic we should be seeing on the portal or in the loading bay of NNPC was reduced. What was the reason? As at yesterday, NNPC was selling to us 1,045 naira per liter, while Dangote was selling to us yesterday at 970 naira per liter, a variation of 75 naira. So which marketer will see NNPC selling 145 and then choose to buy from NNPC, whereas Dangote is selling 190 or 170 per liter? So in view of this, NNPC have announced that the next 1 or 2 days, they will be reviewing their price downward. And if your competitor is selling 970, we hope to see NNPC fix his price at 960 or 950. So Dangote again will be forced to fix as a, that's why we were agitating for competition. Hence, we have seen competition. We want to say bravo to the Nigerian economy.
All right, Dr. Obele, now that you've confirmed, Dr. Obele, now that you've confirmed to us that the NNPC is producing, the Port Harcourt Refinery is producing, we hope that you can also help us lay to rest some of the controversies that have arisen as a result of this. Now, some of the controversy would be that they're mixing, and I want you to specifically speak to that, crack C5 with naphtha, and that, the refinery is not yet producing PMS. So the quality of the product that is being produced is in contention, as well as the fact that they're saying that they've brought Malta back to Nigeria, that it's more of what happens typically in Malta that's happening here in Nigeria. So we'd like you to speak specifically to that. Dr. Obele, are you here with us?
Okay, regarding that, I am a marketing lecturer, marketing lecturer in the uni. Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, I say, let me drop my office as a Petroleum PRO right now and speak as an energy expert. As an energy expert, the cracking process of crude oil to get the byproduct brings out some products that requires to be blended. One of such products is what we call SUG. One of that such product is what we call crack C4 and crack C5. So in all refineries, when you're cracking the crude oil, you must have this crack C4 and crack C5. So what they do, they add it up to the quantity available, which is PMS, and it gives you more of PMS. So it's not as if it's an adulterated product. Even those days when the Port Harcourt Refinery was functional, they were blending their crack C4 with their PMS to have more of that. So it's a normal operation in all refineries. But including the refinery at the moment is up and running, and it's not a blended plant.
Is that the same procedure that happens in the Dangote refinery?
There seems to be a delay with the connection, but I think...
your last question.
Yeah, the last question was like, you said that that's what happens in all refineries. Is that also what happens in the Dangote refinery, the crack C4 blending with naphtha, or, the breaking that you've spoken about?
The standard is No, not blending with naphtha per se, but during the process of cracking crude oil, it brings the pop of cracked C4, cracked SUG, SU, different sorts of products, and they blend it later on. So it's a normal practice in all refineries. But the Port Harcourt Refinery, as at yesterday, I was there, I've seen this myself. It wasn't a blending plant. It was actual production and so on. But for blending, it does happen in every refinery.
We would wait for the next couple of days and see what information that we also would get, from the NNPC to confirm. But as of now, it would be on record that you, have confirmed that NNPC is producing, PMS, or Port Harcourt Refinery rather is producing PMS. And you've said that it's not producing a significant amount to be stated, but it's producing. We'll speak with you again pretty soon. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you for your time.